show starts now.
Okay. So, hi everybody, this is Luis Palau. Okay guys, welcome to our show. We are working on a name for it. We're all going to be, we'll cut that out. We got to cut that. We got to save that, bro. That was some crappy shit.
Blooper.
Do you want to get another one?
No, it's fine.
Okay, let's do our introduction. Okay. I'm going to be
I'll bring you my chair.
helping host this show. I'm Omar. I'm the middle brother.
Jabril. Fourth, I guess. Yeah, fourth out of five.
Muhammad Ahmed, second oldest.
Oh, it's off, man, all of a sudden.
Sometimes shit gets real.
Where's the F? Where's the F?
So, basically, everybody who knows about us knows we basically, in a major way, we raised ourselves. And we're born and raised here in California, and we spent a lot of time just hanging around. Like, a lot of times we weren't in school. Okay, so, basically, I guess just call us the Middle East street kids that are raised in California.
May 7th, 2014. 28 years old today, niggas.
Oh, yeah, so great time to start the first episode.
years old.
Great time to start the first episode. Alright, so let's cover some shit. Let's talk about two things. We're going to talk about a politic issue, and we're going to talk about Spider-Man 2 and why it sucked. Dude, can we make the show? Come here, just come.
Yeah, audience.
Do you want to get in here real quick? Come on.
Say hi to the camera,
Introduce yourself.
I am his son.
Yes. And?
I am Omar Jr. His name is Omar Sr. We're like the same names. I don't know why.
Kind of, yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
Okay. So,
You be like,
so
you be like the guy on TV.
let's start off with Spider-Man 2. Let's
like he
before we
liked
go
it
to
a lot.
politics. Spider-Man 2.
Well, let's start from Spider-Man 1.
Let's start with the good one.
Really?
What was
Yeah.
good about Spider-Man 2?
Well, okay, hold on.
Well,
So,
we got,
where did they start off in Amazing Spider-Man 1? So, they redid the whole story, right? It was like a 3-hour movie. They had a badass character Lizard, and the whole idea was he was going to take over the world and make everybody lizards so they can all regenerate their limbs and stuff. And the first one, it was good. The action was cool. Spider-Man was back in his like young mode. He was agile as hell. He was really lean. He was talking shit to criminals. Really cool. My downfall for the movie, they did not have any reference to the Daily Bugle or J. Jonah Jameson. And in that movie, I think you see, what's his name from the back of the head, basically, Norman Osborn. Peter had not met Harry yet, and that's going to troll into what we're going to talk about in part 2.
Can we pause the thing real quick?
I have to tell you,
Junior.
you're wrong about Spider-Man 1.
Go over there now. Go over there now.
The cat.
Because now you don't know how to listen, dude.
It's just the cat.
Okay, go.
So what was wrong with Spider-Man 1?
No, okay.
Everything happened too fast in Spider-Man 1.
I could see
Remember,
where you
let's
feel
do
that way.
And there was a
Let's do
lot of
5-minute
time.
videos. No
There
more
was
than
a lot
5-minute
of time.
videos.
Okay, so I mean,
So-
yeah, they're both long movies, but Spider-Man 2, so let's go to that one.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Why it sucked?
It had
What kept
The
you?
good thing,
wanting to
the
watch?
only good thing I liked about Spider-Man 2, the movie, is they have plenty of villains. You had 3 villains.
What about my favorite part
No,
was
wait a
when
second. What villains though?
They had Rhino, the Green Goblin, and
they
Electro.
barely had Rhino.
Barely.
Barely.
Had Rhino, right.
Paul
They can
Giamatti
leave
did
it
a
to the
good
third.
job.
They're going to leave it
Yeah.
to the Sinister Six. Whatever
Which
it
counts for
from.
something.
That was
Basically,
cool.
the only thing that won me over, I'm just going to be plain and simple, was the Thrasher shirt. Plain and simple. I mean,
He was holding it old school.
Thrasher, he had the Ramones on the wall. I was thinking, hey, you know, I always love Spider-Man. It's good to see. That's a good thing to see. Other than that, the movie was very boring. Yeah, I mean,
No, I
how many
really
times
like
can you
the
review
scene.
Spider-Man, dude?
But that's
we
the
make it
thing.
good at least, though.
Was I was the only one, right? Remember when
Serious.
remember when
But
Gwen Stacy died?
I was happy about that.
I busted up laughing because remember she like the web went through. They did it in slow mo. By the time it caught her, she had fallen against the concrete from like 1,000 feet, broke every bone in her body, and he's like, "Gwen, you okay?"
A slap in the face.
I knew instantly that she was dead. That part was awesome, but the Goblin took off immediately. He got hit by something, like Spider-Man did something to him, and it was like a one-hit KO. That was kind of weird. Who's and Shocker? Well, they put him under Electro. They put him under water. Oh yeah, that because electricity can't travel through water. That drained his whole
That probably
energy.
shouldn't necessarily.
They should have fought him with rubber.
Because electric can be in water.
No, I mean, they held him in
You
captivity in
can,
water.
But see,
You
that's
should
the
be able
thing.
to be able to use that
But-
water.
Yeah, the electricity should like
but
combust
it
and
can
turn
still
into
feed
fire.
him, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It travels through water just like it does through metal. There's rubber. That's what we use to block it.
Yeah.
So water is just like it's feeding fuel to the fire, kind of like he should have blown up and it should explode every time you hit water.
There's one thing you learn in basic science when you're in school is you don't use water on electrical fire.
The two scientists help.
But that's what they did in Spider-Man 2 because apparently they weren't thinking right when they made the movie.
Now, did you see the scientist that was talking shit to
cut this short,
Electro?
couple seconds here,
Remember that guy? He sounded German, and then the Electro kind of killed him for talking shit later.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be some kind of lead up because remember, Electro is the son of the Red Skull. He's German too.
So wrapping this motherfucker up, how you want to end? What do you want to say about this movie?
Spider-Man
2
2
out of 10.
fucked up.
2
Somehow
out of
Captain
10.
America came back. First Captain America blew. The second one blew my mind. First Amazing Spider-Man blew my mind. Second one blew balls. So it's kind of like they're on.
So basically, everybody's saying it's not even out of 5 stars.
And the
2.
worst thing
really don't
about
wanna see it
one thing I
again.
don't understand is at the end they showed the X-Men. What was that all about?
I
What the
heard that
fuck
had
does that
something
gotta
to
do
do with the
with Spider-Man?
director. With the directors doing both movies and he wanted
True,
to promote
this is
it
true.
or something.
Okay, so now moving on to a more serious issue, let's talk about something in politics that this guy strengthens in, that he feels like Muhammad needs to let the world know, and that we all do. And we want you guys to share with us and grow with us and stuff, you know? Like, I mean, we're your neighborhood fucking Arabian street kids. You know what the fuck we are. Everybody knows us.
It's true.
Muhammad.
So
my
the
friend,
thing I want
my
to talk
brother.
about today is minimum wage. A lot of people have their opinions about minimum wage. Some people say we should raise the minimum wage up, which we should. That's my opinion. Minimum wage is supposed to be we should be able to take care of ourselves, not a family, ourselves with our basic needs. You need
In a
2
one
jobs.
bedroom.
You need 2 jobs.
At least
to
a
barely
studio.
take
Fuck.
care of yourself.
Yeah, you should be able to have
Basic
full
needs.
support of yourself in case you don't have a family. Some people.
I'm sorry, but if
Yeah.
you're looking for places to rent down here, you're looking for
Exactly. There's a lot of
$600-700
street people out
for
there.
renting. You make $800 to $900 a job.
You're asking for trouble. You're asking for poverty. When you make it so one person can't
No,
survive.
I understand why
you
a
take
lot
away
of
their
people.
hope.
I understand why a lot of people who say they want to go to school, so they make more money, and they don't want people minimum wage to make extra money. Not a lot of us get a chance to go to school. School costs money. We all don't have rich parents, or even parents that are willing to sell their houses to take their kids through school.
And you got to have good credit to try and open your own loan line. And it's like, in whose world? Who has good credit?
And how many students are in debt that takes 20-some years to
For
pay off their
real.
debt because they owe that school so much money?
Fake money that they made up in place of real money, mind you.
Minimum wage is supposed to make sure that we all take care of ourselves. We have ourselves a place to stay, we have transportation, we have food, and we have clothing. We don't necessarily have to have TV, but we're supposed to have the basic 4 I just named.
Now on TV, they will promote the
about
food
that.
stamp card because they know that everyone, or at least the majority of the people,
We all
are
have
under
one.
that $1,200 a month wage.
We all
where they're
have
allowed.
one.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to survive. But we're your people, America. It's your job to take care of us in a certain way, and it's our job to, uphold our part of the deal, which is to work. And you're making it so if we work, we still don't survive. Unless we all have to team up to fucking scrap for food. And things
If you don't
of
want
that
us to
nature,
live
I
off
mean, just being
welfare,
alive.
food stamps,
Fuck.
that means you got to do a better job in firing us with money, so that way we can take care of ourselves. Because
Make
until
it worth
then,
it.
you're keeping us on
Make
food
it
stamps.
worth it.
You're keeping us on welfare.
$150
Not
a day.
everybody wants to be on welfare.
Or
Only lazy
$1,500 a day to sell dope.
Raise the
What
minimum
life
wage.
are we going to
Raise the minimum
What life
wage,
does
but
most people choose?
lower, but don't let everything else raise up. Because raising the minimum wage, it can help us if everything else goes up. You guys don't need to make the gas $4 a gallon. Gas needs to stay back to $2.50.
Yeah,
Back
there
to
needs to be a
250.
balance because
Food needs to
cut
go
the
down.
shit.
How many food are we throwing on trash wasting because if they don't sell by the expiration date we throw out? Lower the food down. Lower the renting down. Just because we live in the city
Wrap
doesn't
it
mean
up.
we shouldn't
Let's-
have to.
Let's wrap
Pay
up our
expensive
let's,
raises.
let's wrap up our thing. How
Yes.
do you want to end that shit though? What's the
Raise
last
the
words you
minimum
wanna get
wage,
out
but
about
keep
the
everything
politics?
lowered down. That's what needs to happen.
Or either lower it or keep it the same and raise us.
we're the
I mean, it's
people.
got to make sense. We're talking about
Yeah,
logic
raise
here,
or
for
lower.
God's sake.
Raise or
Yeah,
lower.
we're the people that we want to save money for the future, but we spend the money. So we're recycling the money. We're not just holding on to it, keeping it from society. And even if we tried, we don't make enough to even fucking,
What are we
what
gonna
are we
buy?
going
Yeah,
to save
we ain't
$3
gonna get
grand
We're
from
gonna buy
society
a
from being
box,
recycled?
house,
I'm talking about stuff like
We can't even
Yachts.
retire.
buy no real
boats,
shit.
millions of dollars a house. Like, that's not being recycled into the economy. That's going in like one person's
Every
pocket.
single person
So
deserves a house.
here's the last thing I want to end this video for all of us. If you don't give us what we need when we hold up our end of the deal, and that's work, to survive. You make it hard, then we're going to survive by any means necessary.
Any
What kind of
means.
country do you want to live in? Because I want to live in peace, they want to live in peace, and you want to live in peace most of all. I mean, make it so we can live in peace. Alright, I'm Omar. Thanks for watching our fucking new show.
Sorry,
These are
no,
my fucking my
bro.
little brothers, my older brother. Take care, guys. Bye.
Masalama.
Masalama.
Assalamu alaikum.